Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kentucky's offense will get the first swing of the game. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Wide receiver going in motion. Third down play from the gun. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this... his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama pushing the tempo.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you can tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Bounced off his feet.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Alabama will get the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
On target over the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. It's complete to the right. Touchdown tie. A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll go to the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got it in the middle. It's Hubbard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Nice job on defense there against the power play, plugging up the middle of the field, forcing the ball carrier to try to get to the outside, but they used their speed and tackled him for a loss.
Pocket breaking down, and the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flag's down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield on first down. They've got the screen set up. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Makes the grab down the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final play of the quarter coming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Not much time left in the first, but you want to squeeze every ounce out of life that you can get, so we'll have one more snap. It's complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Corrals it at the 45. And the returner will be dragged down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's got it on the right. Across the 35. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Alabama pushing the tempo. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, and they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Hands it off. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his tight end. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On play action on 1st down. Working that left side now.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Firing to the right, complete. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On 1st down from their own 22. The give to the tailback. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Tempo and overdrive. Now the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Sets up the screen. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. Fourth down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. The step to the up man, they'll fake it. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Wildcats! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great. Doesn't get to the football to make a play.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling.
Ready up. Here we go.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snags it over the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Rushes on him. Complete in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Touchdown Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Quick handoff. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Quick release on the RPO. Tackled there by the defense.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They want to run it left here.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Let's send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. 3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. On the run, it's Freeman. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
35. Kentucky.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll go to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try the counter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll run this play from the pistol. Running to the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Hendricks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Got his man in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bama! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Missouri is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 31 to Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Kentucky will be forced to punt.
Number 16 in punt formation to kick it away.
Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes that Alabama offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part in the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potential again.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up. But you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That's going to do it from here.